In Strictly Business this week, we will veer out of the ordinary, precisely because the proprietor of the featured business is not your ordinary entrepreneur. In fact, even the name of her business venture is out of the ordinary, too. Watch this.
Bessy is indeed a very curious name for a line of cleaning and personal care products, but the name is admittedly catchy and very apt for their very nature. This line of products forms the social enterprise that was started by a young lady, Cristina Lopez, who told us how the name came to be.
We started thinking of a line of green cleaners and personal care products. So we wanted to name it something. The logo came first actually. The logo is a painting of mine, and we decided to use it because it kind of showed the brand, or at least carried the image that of the brand we wanted. So that logo came first, and then we named her Messy Bessy. Well, Messy Bessy started really as an idea that we needed to provide education and employment for at-risk young adults. So we were looking for something for these at-risk young adults to be a part of. So that's how Messy Bessy started.
Cristina thought of focusing on household cleaners when she first started the social enterprise several years ago. At that time, locally made household products that made from natural sources was not yet an established industry, and she boldly set out to pioneer in this uncertain field. She is happy she took that leap of faith because it has been 9 years since she set out to be a social entrepreneur.
My heart has always been in social development. So social entrepreneurship around 9 years ago was a very new concept. So when I came across it, I thought it was very enticing to marry the idea of a business with helping others. So I guess that's why I got into it, because it's a good combination and it's also self-sustaining. So it's very refreshing to get into something where we don't need to rely on other people's donations.
Indeed, relying on donations can mean constant disruption of operations and services, and Cristina was keenly aware of this. Having and growing a viable business to attain one's goals will ensure the sustainability of one's programs, but this isn't always easy.
Being in a very young industry, social entrepreneurship, it's very challenging because it's not widely recognized by many people, so it takes a little bit of more effort for us to explain how we operate and what we are. And then of course with partner institutions, like for example banks, for example, if we want to get a loan, they are not yet very familiar with this kind of setup. Also, for example, with the government, when it comes to taxes and regulations, it's also very difficult to explain where we are. But we've come very far. It's been 9 years, and I think now we're a little bit becoming more of a mainstream idea. So that's good.
9 years after the start of Messy Bessy, many at-risk young adults have found gainful employment and have been lucky enough to get education and the right training.
So right now, Messy Bessy is composed of 70% of our workforce is composed of our beneficiaries. So this means all the functions of our business is made up of the at-risk young adults we are trying to help and put through school. And how we get these young adults is we are partnered with depressed communities of Metro Manila, and we're also partnered with over 25 NGOs who help us in both recruiting and providing psychosocial support for our beneficiaries.
We were pleasantly surprised to find an extensive line of products indeed that Christina and her team have developed in their 9 years of existence. She shared that in the beginning, the first 9 products were developed by getting inputs from the internet, information that was available to just about everybody. Their cleaning compounds were made from safe and common household items like baking soda and vinegar, as well as essential oils to make them more pleasant smelling. As they grew, they eventually came up with more sophisticated recipes, but stuck to the safe, all-natural ingredients. Now, all their products use coconut derivatives, and they are proud to say that their local products can be classified as export quality.
Our best sellers, we have several. One, for example, is our cockroach repellent because it's all natural. And for those of us who are very sensitive to the toxins of regular pesticides, we have a natural and safe alternative. Safe for our kids, safe for our pets, safe for ourselves. We also have, of course, our soaps are very saleable, our sanitizers, insect repellent, and we also have different specialty cleaners for our homes. So those are quite saleable as well.
For home use, they have wood cleaners, mildew sprays, glass cleaners, and sweet-smelling linen sprays, among others. Their baby line includes bottle cleaners, body wash, and toy cleaners. Christina continues to expand her product lines as they continue to open more outlets.
So right now we have our own kiosks. We have 6 kiosks all over Metro Manila, and that will be growing. We have in Glorieta, in Alabang, in Robinson's Magnolia, Trinoma, Katipunan, and Market. We're also available in different groceries all over the city. So Rustans, Robinson's, SM, and then other specialty stores too. We're found in over 200 outlets already in Metro Manila.
Christina says that although they have been receiving several inquiries on the possibility of exporting her products, she prefers to focus on the domestic market for now. She also expressed hope that Messy Bessy will eventually be found in other countries in the near future.
Well, for Messy Bessy, we want to create a better distribution. Availability is one of our challenges right now. So we'd like to be better distributed in the country and in the region as well. We also want to continue growing the line of our products so that we will have more green alternatives that can be used on the body and in our homes. And in terms of our advocacy, we'd also like to encourage other businesses to take in young adults the way we do.
It is indeed refreshing to see a young entrepreneur grow a viable business, and Christina hopes that more young people will go into it.
Well, personally, for me, it would be great if entrepreneurs would always consider being a social entrepreneur. We live in a world or in a country where there are so many problems around us, and I think this is one way for us to help really solve one at a time, to create innovations that would address a lot of challenges that we face now in the environment, in our society, in our government. There's so many things that can be done, and I think this is an innovative and very sustainable way of addressing some of the challenges.
For Messy Bessy, being present in over 200 outlets in Metro Manila alone can only mean that the market has accepted and embraced this line of safe and natural products for the home and for personal care.
We'd like to invite everybody to look at our Facebook page, Messy Bessy Cleaners, and also to go to our online stores on Lazada, on Takatak and Takvis, where they can have a view of our products. Any inquiries, we also welcome on Facebook.
When a social enterprise helps people have gainful employment and ends up a viable business venture as well, that I think spells success not only for the person behind the business, but for everyone involved in the enterprise as well. Messy Bessy took up a socio-economic challenge and came out a winner.